Get us up to 100, please.
We are TMOF Wrestling. My name is Russ.
I'm Ash.
And this is the Elimination Chamber predictions. So we've got 5 matches announced for this one.
We got how many? 5.
Five. It's going to be held in Montreal.
Uh-oh.
Which is going to be, well, yeah, I know. I love the fact that obviously we're going to get Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns, but the crowd's going to be absolutely white hot. Canadian wrestling fans are always so passionate about their own.
They are.
And it's going to, the atmosphere is going to be great. But yeah, hopefully we're not going to see any screenshots because we're so over it. Should we start with, I want to start with what I think for me personally is the hardest to predict.
Go on then.
For me. We're going to go with the men's Elimination Chamber match for the Intercontinental Championship. We'll see Austin Theory defending against We'll see Austin Theory defending against Seth freaking Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and Montez Ford. What are your thoughts?
It's a weird mix, you'd think, because it's not like your traditional like chamber match with like this level. You'd think it'd be like higher tier wrestlers, but I'm looking forward to seeing Montez Ford because he's gonna do something crazy off the chamber.
We think.
Bronson Reed is just going to bulldoze everyone. I hope to think. Gargano is just going to be Gargano and kick out of everything 100 times. Seth Rollins will probably be the last man to be eliminated by the winner, Austin Theory. If I miss anyone, Damian Priest.
Can't see it.
No, just remember he wrestles because he doesn't anything.
So who are you saying wins this one?
I'm going for Theory. I just think he's going to retain.
I think Theory, but so this means even more to me now because I am now currently winning. We'll bring it up again. Actually, I am currently winning.
It's in big letters.
Prediction.
I'm winning.
Yeah, winning. I'm currently winning the predictions war against Ash here, and I really don't want this to mess it up. I'm leaning towards Austin Theory, but the two spanners in the works for me is Bronson Reed, who's had a monster push so far. Great squash matches on Raw. He really has all the chance in the world to win. And if he doesn't, somebody has to pin him or make him tap. Unless they do some kind of finish where he's injured and carted out. But I don't know. I can't see that being the case. The only other thing I would say is that Rollins is a good pick because Rollins looks as though he's going to go into WrestleMania to face Logan Paul and work an angle with him. And I've kind of got a feeling in my gut that Logan Paul would win the US title off of him at Mania. So for that reason, I'm going to go Seth freaking Rollins.
Okay. With his red boots.
With his red boots. Not that the match needs the IC title.
US title.
US title. I said the IC title at the beginning as well.
You might have done that.
I did, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Who pays attention?
But yeah, no, that's what I'm going to go for that one.
Alright.
What do you want to go with next?
Mixed tag.
Oh, the mixed tag.
Because to me, this is the hardest one to predict.
So I'm going to go for an easy one with this one. What I think is going to happen is Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley win. Only because I can't see Rhea Ripley picking up a loss before Mania. And I suppose if they do pick up a loss, you could have Edge pin Balor. But I think we're going to have... I think it's going to be Edge and Finn Balor at Mania in some capacity.
It was meant to be... They had the idea of Hell in a Cell at Rumble, but could it be Mania? I don't know about Mania for Hell in a Cell. I don't think it's got that...
It doesn't... Yeah... I don't know. I'd like to see it at Mania still. I think that will be great. But I'm going to go with Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley of the Judgement Day to defeat the Grit Couple, as they're now called.
Well, it is a tough one for me because Edge and Beth Phoenix haven't lost yet since they've been a mixed tag. Rhea Ripley needs to win because she won the Rumble, and the Rumble match winner rarely loses. I think it's like 2 or 3 times that the Rumble winners lost at the next pay-per-view. But they're all like 2000 and whatever, like The Rock with the 2000, Triple H 2002. There might be others like recently, but it's rare. So I'm going to take a risk with Edge and Beth Phoenix.
It's not that risky.
Canadians need a winner, Canadian.
It's not that risky. The Canadian, absolutely. And if we think what's going to happen with what's probably going to be the main event is going to happen with the main event for the title, then that might be a nice way to give the the fans something. But also in wrestling, you don't win a lot in your own hometown. At least with WWE. So
things have changed. It's not like as uncommon.
But the more things change, the more they stay the same. And speaking of which, I'm going to bring up Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar next.
Cool.
So, what have you got for this one?
Big Brock.
Big Brock.
To be Big Bob.
We've disagreed on every one so far. This is completely different to the other one. This is going to be a big game changer, this show. I'm going to go with Bob. Big Bob. Because they've hinted so much in the background of all these promos on Raw of MVP going around all the former members of the Hurt Business. And I just think that Big Bob is going to win with the assistance of the Hurt Business. That's my prediction. I think we're going to see the Hurt Business come out and cost Brock the match.
Okay. I'd just go for Brock. Because he's the face in this feud, right? Or is he the heel? Because I don't have a clue.
He's technically the face, yeah.
I have no idea who is what in this. Because
the switch kind of... Well, I say switch. Well, it was technically a switch for Lashley, but it happened at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, because Brock keeps costing Bobby matches, which is like a heel thing to do. But then Bobby's promo on Raw when he didn't want to do the contract signing to beat up Brock. By the way, you've seen that, yeah?
Yes. What, the contract signing?
The contract signing.
Yeah.
Did you think Brock was meant to do that backdrop? Because that scared the
I feel like Brock just does what he wants. He does what he bloody well. You went for it. You should have just done it. It's weird to say because, like, I guess, yeah, I honestly could completely get wiped out with these predictions because they are certain. When I said that the men's chamber match was like the hardest for me, like the rest weren't necessarily easy, but I just feel more comfortable with it. But there's so many factors in a chamber match.
There is,
right, and I think that's what does it. But that's what we're going to go for. And speaking of the chamber, let's go back to that demonic structure. We're going to see the women's Raw. Why did that upset you?
No, just your voice up a bit.
This is my voice.
Oh.
Raw Women's #1 contendership. So the winner of the match here is going to face Bianca. Well, maybe Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is going to be at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship. The match will see Asuka versus Liv Morgan versus Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalia, and Carmella. This one I feel is the second most easiest to predict, and again I could end up eating my own words, but I will say Asuka.
I say Asuka. It's just the fact that she's been given a new gimmick, and it's a new gimmick for WWE, but it's a previous one in Japan. The
more things change. See?
Yeah.
I knew I'd circle back around to that.
I like that fact that it has got Raw and SmackDown people on, because obviously we're challenging for the SmackDown title and she's on Raw. But it's just,
Liv would be an interesting pick, but I think Asuka, for the reasons like you said there, she's just had this resurgence in her character where she's kind of tapping into old school Kana, and also you've got the history between her and Bianca. Like all through last year, Bianca, Liv, and Asuka were kind of this sort of unofficial unit kind of thing, and Alexa's already had her kind of thing with Bianca, and where she turned on her and turned heel, and now it's Asuka's turn as probably kind of like the anti-hero. And I think Asuka might be taking the title at Mania as well. But let's see what happens. We agreed on one.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to agree on the next one.
Who knows?
Well, these will in a minute.
The main event. The biggest match of the year. Literally, it's the biggest match of the year, I think.
So far, yeah. Roman
Reigns, who is at this moment 900 days as Universal Champion.
So we're recording this on Thursday, the 16th of February.
Yeah.
So that's 900
it's 900 days.
900 days today.
On today's date, it's 900
Happy
days.
900th day birthday to the reigns of Roman Reigns.
Do you know what is weird? His Universal title reign is 1 week younger than Dominic Mysterio's debut match.
I think we all know, deep down in the cockles of our existence, of our beings, of our very fibre, that Roman Reigns is going to lose. No, he's going to retain. It's going to be Roman and Cody at Mania. I know there's this big thing about they could make a triple threat.
I don't want it again.
No, I don't, because this is different. And I said this before. I said this on the Rumble review on the podcast and just in general conversation. But like, this is not the same as Daniel Bryan in 2014. Sami's not been pushed down. If anything, they have absolutely welcomed the meteoric rise of that character. Like, it's such a revival of Sami. I say revival, but like, it wasn't like he, you know what I mean? He kind of, he'd had his lows, but this really is like the Sami Zayn that I think we all really wanted to see and kind of hoped that we would see from when he was, you know, so hot in NXT. Because this is white hot babyface Sami Zayn. And in case in point, you know, with helping actually kind of showcase this, they even had him come out on Raw, and him and Cody had a verbal exchange, and that was really entertaining.
There've been a lot of good promos with Sami. I read the one with Paul Heyman. That was really good on SmackDown.
Yes, that was very good. But the thing is as well, like this thing, Cody Rhodes is a factor in this match, whether he plays a part in it or not, and I don't think he will. But you know, Cody's story, whether you like him or not, but Cody's story makes sense, and this is the build has been there, so you can get invested in this. I think Roman's going to beat Sami Zayn. I think the Bloodline's going to do something with it. I don't really want to see a triple threat at Mania, but it's a weird one because you don't really know what Sami's going to do then from here. But there's so many different factors at play. As we said before, this is one of the best storylines ever, probably, in WWE, and certainly of, you know, modern times. But I think regardless of what goes on here, I think they will do a really, really, really good job. And the crowd are going to make this match more than anything, because they're going to be so invested in Sami Zayn. And that's why I said at the beginning, I'm a bit worried that we might see, hopefully we don't, but we might see a Montreal screw job. I don't want it. I don't want to see it.
Well, it's funny because they done a bit on SmackDown last week where Roman doesn't want the Usos to get involved. Mm-hmm. Even though Jay's still technically not part of the Bloodline, but he's still tag champion with Jimmy.
That's his brother, though.
Yeah. Solo might be there. We don't know yet because obviously we've got SmackDown to go before the show. Kevin Owens' situation could be involved.
I was going to say, I actually was literally just thinking, how much heat would Kevin Owens get?
What, if he cost Sami?
If he cost Sami the match. I feel like it's a bit out of nowhere, but but genuinely there are so many factors again at play. Even after the big payoff of Sami turning on the Bloodline at Rumble, we've still got so much more in this story.
Oh yeah. Of the
Bloodline overall.
I just wish, and I think I said this, I wish that I don't want to see Cody and Roman. I would rather see this match at Mania.
I would have rather seen this at Mania, but again, the Cody Roman situation does work, and they will make it work. But it's just, I guess for me, again, I've enjoyed this so much that I'm just going to sit back. There's no point, in my opinion, to try and armchair book it, and to be like, oh yeah, but where does it leave Sami? Blah blah blah. They've done so well with everything so far. I think this is just, let's just enjoy it, passenger seat along for the ride, and I'm really looking forward to this.
I mean, they could do a Mania because there's 2 days now, but it's just,
we'll see.
Because the rumour was it was going to be the Usos against Sami and Kevin, weren't it?
I know, that still seems to be the kind of top thing. I don't necessarily know if I want to see it, just because I don't know how they'll make that work now between Jay and Sami, who, by the way, I mean, I should get a point on my predictions just for that. Predicting months ago. I'll tell everyone. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. But Jay Uso would be the one to stand up for Sami Zayn, which he has technically done. The one-ish. It was one-ish because he sort of, he didn't attack him. But he didn't help him either.
No, so.
But yes, those are our predictions for WWE's Elimination Chamber 2023. Why don't you let us know what your predictions are? You can do so down in the comments.
Well, that's a nice prediction. I didn't think of that one.
Well, yeah, we've probably missed some big ones. But you can, and we would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. You can do that by clicking subscribe. You can also get notifications. I don't know what I'm telling you.
I don't know what you're telling me.
Do notifications and all that jazz. Ring the f***ing bell.
Oh, not another screw job.
I probably won't be watching it live because I'm off to 1PW that day.
Ooh, I won't be watching it live because I've got to work.
That's slightly less exciting as what I'm doing, but I'm going to be watching Will Ospreay. I'm going to see Rhino as well. I love a bit of Rhino. I'd love to gore you right now.
Johnny 1PW.
Johnny 1P. Who knows what his name will be?
I don't know.
But yeah, you can check out No Turning Back 1P Dub, Lincoln, England, UK, Saturday, 2018. 18?
I don't know.
Elimination Chamber. Let us know what you think. Goodbye, everybody.
Boy.
Say bye.
Bye.
But what was that?
I don't know.